Howdy everybody, ArgonMatrix here. Welcome to episode 71 of the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus. It's been a while since we've done a greed mode run, so we'll go ahead and tackle Samson greed mode today. Should be a good time, I hope, depending on what we get. Do we have Eden's Blessings? That way we have a Gigafart up there. VG89WE48. Regardless, Gigafart's not that big of a coup for us, I would say. But, you know, it recharges over the waves, so it might be a little more useful than it otherwise would be in just the normal mode of the game. We'll see, though. We also have a Hagalaz rune here, which could come in handy. I'm actually just probably going to use it here so you can get some extra money out of these pots. Of course, I didn't at all, so yay on that. Anything else I can really do here? Just looking at the items, we got Mom's Purse, and we got HP there in the form of lunch. Nothing that's super interesting just yet. At any rate, we'll see what we can make happen with the Gigafart here. It's an item that I rarely ever use, and I don't know if it's like fully what the effects are. Obviously, it seems to like poison and stun enemies for a little bit. Also has that like weird rock bomb effect thing, so potentially we could use it as a bomb if we're able to direct that at all. I don't know how directable that really is, but it seemed to work out pretty well there, so I'm fine with that. So the name of the game today is basically the same thing it is on every Samson run, is you want to find ways to be able to take damage so that you can improve your own damage. And right now we're off to a decent start with that. Old Bandage is actually probably one of the better HP upgrades we could have gotten because it facilitates being able to take damage a little more easily here. Does Gigafart poison all enemies on the entire room, or just like everyone near me? I'm not quite sure. I think it's only the ones near me, because these guys seem to be taking the same amount of damage as they would be otherwise. Which is fine, it's fine. So I don't know, there's always a debate to be had with Samson 2, whether you should be taking deals with the devil or not, I think, because it's a tough call a lot of the time. Because you want to have that replenishable HP that you can actually take damage with, but at the same time, some of the deal with the devil items are so good that you just can't really pass them up that easily. Ghost Pepper is fine. I don't think there's any. I don't think the Ghost Pepper chance is actually like tied to luck or anything. So if it happens, it happens, and I'll be happy for it. Oh, we just barely missed Pin with that. One of these fires would actually just like destroy Pin, I think. Let me see if we can jump into it here. There we go. It did a little bit. Not as much as some of the other, like, pin-destroying things, like if he jumps into a puddle of creep or something. That ruins his entire day, for sure. Then we got Gurglings here. Oh, I actually got the fire from Ghost Pepper from using the Gigafart there. That's kind of interesting. Not a synergy I necessarily anticipated, but I'm fine with it. I wonder if it's just a chance for that, or if it's, like, guaranteed somehow. At any rate, do you want to spend this money on anything right now? I don't really think so. I mean, I'll try and re-roll this and see what else we can get out of it. You got the placebo there, so that's always a fun one. We've had quite a bit of quite a few entertaining runs in recent times with that. I'll just take the champion belt here. It's always good to get damage going early on like this. A double envy fight is not really the end of the world for me here. Yeah, Gigafart is one of those active items that you're never too like unhappy to have, really. But the moment that a better spacebar item comes along, and there are a lot of better spacebar items, it's easy to just say goodbye to it. It'll serve its purpose for the time being, but once we find something like a good old Book of Revelations or Krampus's Head or something just more powerful in general, I'll be happy to say goodbye to it. But for right now, we'll try and make some good use of it. It's by far the best bean type item, I think. I don't know, there are, because what are the other bean type items? There's like kidney bean, which is pretty terrible. There's just the bean, which is okay. There's the black bean. Okay, this is quite the interesting deal here. I think what you do, because this is going to cost 4 hearts no matter how we do it, so it's going to take all our HP. Unless we don't take Ouija board or something. But I think we should take it all so we can get to Whore Babylon state. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the nail first, and I'll use it to get the spirit heart. Then we'll take the other two. puts me in a pretty scary position as far as things go right now. The D100 in here, I didn't even notice that. I might have taken that if I had, but at any rate, I guess we're in a bit of a scary position until we get our next nail charge, but for right now, we're just going to have to play it carefully, I suppose. And like I said, we just got rid of the bean, like, basically as soon as I was done talking about it there, so that is really, really nice, actually. The Binky, just a little bit of extra insurance here, plus the Tears upgrade does not hurt at all. We got Mr. Dolly there, which is something I probably want to invest in here. Also a key, as always, so let's give it a whirl here. Okay, the nail should be nice, because it'll recharge over the waves here. Really, I think in general, in greed mode, most spacebar items are made a lot better, just by virtue of the fact that they continually charge over the room, which is not something you can normally get in the traditional game, except in Boss Rush. Which I suppose is no coincidence that the same items that are great in greed mode are also great in Boss Rush. Things like Box of Friends or Tammy's Head in certain circumstances. Although Tammy's Head is usually just great on its own because it's a one-room charge, so it's not a huge thing. Alright. Now I don't remember, I think we did learn this at one point with Missing HUD, but I don't remember if the damage upgrade stacks if I use it multiple times on a room. I don't believe it does, but it might, because I know the Razor Blade bonus stacks. These Razor Blades, and also the Empress bonus stacks. So, and I believe that the Empress effect and the Nail effect are kind of intrinsically linked. I could be wrong about that, but at any rate, I think I'm going to go ahead and keep on fighting this room, just because I do have the damage bonus active right now, so might as well make the most of it. I do have to be wary of those mushrooms, because if I step on them like that, they're liable to hurt me something fierce. I'm glad you can't get poisoned in this game. Just like continually take damage over the course of like 5 ticks or something. That would just be a nightmare. Mushrooms would be much, much worse. But no. Isaac's immune system is quite hardy, apparently, for such a neglected child. Oh my god. Did he just spit that spider, like, clean over my head? God damn, Wretched. That was pretty baller. I think what we want to do, actually, before fighting for the deal with the devil, I know we'll lose the 0.7 damage there. It's not the end of the world. But I do want to get this. All 3 red hearts. That sucks. That's okay, though. Not the end of the world. I'd like to see if I can get some HP out of my item room here, though. Tauros, I don't think is very good in greed mode, just because it doesn't activate on, like, the button press, and it's got a weird sort of synergy to it, and I think it's mostly just a speed downgrade for us. I guess I will go for the deal with the devil, just on the off chance that I get something out of it that I don't need to pay 3 spirit hearts for, or I get HP out of it or something. You know, the Pact, the Mark, all these are viable options, I think. Or if these Gertie Juniors, these blue ones, if they drop spirit hearts, or a spirit heart, which I don't know that they do on greed mode. I don't think they do, but we'll see, I guess. Either way, I'm pretty sure I have to kill them last, so yeah, here we go. Let's try it. Hopefully we can get a spirit heart out of this, because that would make a 3-heart deal plausible, if not super friendly. What do we got? Just got some black hearts. Alright, I'm fine with that. Preserve my HP and my survivability evermore. Evermore? Oh, it's the opposite of the Edgar Allan Poe poem. Is it a coincidence that Edgar Allan Poe writes poems, or wrote poems, and his last name is Poe? I think not. We got some HP there, which I'm actually... Actually, I should not have taken that now that I realize it. I shouldn't have taken that at least before the deal with the devil potential, just because of Horror Babylon, but we'll manage one way or another. We also have the nail and just pretty good base damage outright, so not going to be hurting too much, I suppose. Obsessed Fan is not the greatest fly in the world, but it could hurt. Couldn't hurt. Raw liver is potentially okay. Give us more deal with the devil fodder, if nothing else. At any rate, let's do that. And then try our darndest here. Your damage is only, it's like 6, it's like 7 basically compared to 8. Well, 6.1 I guess is not 7, it doesn't round up. I thought it was like 6.9 or something just glancing at it, but I was incorrect. I will say these greed mode runs are a little more difficult to like talk about in general than the average run, at least on like a room by room basis, like because this wave based format does not lend itself too well to commentary. I think in between the waves and everything, when we're shopping and stuff, that's when most of the decision making and stuff happens. Alright, the damage boost from the nail does not stack. I just learned that there, so good to know, good to keep in mind. It's still worth it to use in between the waves here, just for the Spirit Heart alone. Okay. Yeah, because in the shops and the item rooms and everything, that's where all the actual items come into play, and it's where the strategy of the whole run gets into it. During these waves, it's mostly just fighting, which is not too enthralling most of the time. There we go. And we actually just like destroyed Super Pride there. I don't know. Does Super Pride just have like really low HP or something? Because I don't feel like my damage should have been that good against them. I'll take it. I'll take any easy win like that. Double Cage especially is, I would not have liked to fight Double Cage and Super Pride at the same time, I'll tell you that much, so glad I did not have to. There we go, that Ghost Pepper Fire did things nicely. And do I want to pick up Raw Liver and then go for the deal with the devil? I think that's probably a wise idea. I'm not sure though. Let me check out this Curse Room. I got enough HP to kind of hopefully make it worthwhile. It wasn't that time, but that's okay. I will buy Raw Liver, I think. Just, it's also good for survivability right now because we don't have Horror Babylon anyway. So it's not like the HP is a huge concern for me. Plus, if it'll let me afford more deals with the devil, I am all for it. So we could get something amazing out of it. Although to be fair, I think like there's more deal with the devil options in greed mode. Like there's just different rooms that you could potentially get. So the odds of getting a right and true like game breaking deal with the devil are not super high. I don't think, not in greed mode. Yeah, because you get rooms like this, just like 2 red chests with like spiders and flies. Alright, good. Good, good, good. I'm a happy camper. Really though, we're looking pretty alright for now. Head on down to the womb. At the very least, I can rest assured that this is not going to turn into one of those hour-long slogs where we're just trying to find the wackiest and craziest way to get through it all. Greed mode rarely ever turns into like more than a 30-minute endeavor. It does happen on occasion, but alright, I will buy a key here. Tarot Cloth is interesting. That's the one thing I'm looking at right now, but I don't really have any cards to make good use of that. Friend Zone is not super noteworthy, but it is our second fly item, so we're one closer to Beelzebub. Broke even on that Curse Room, which is fine. And let's head on in here. We'll get the nail charge right away. Booyah. These Masks and Hearts, though, are kind of nasty. Although I'm kind of okay taking damage right now, just because I do have a lot of HP, and the Bloodlust bonus is more than welcome, that's for sure. Try and use Friend Zone a little bit here too, if I can. I don't know what the damage potential for Friend Zone is compared to like other flies, like Distant Admiration and stuff. I think it's not quite as good. I don't really know what the benefit of Friend Zone really is. Maybe it like rotates faster or something, but sometimes that can even be not a good thing. I don't know. For the most part, they're all just flies to me, man. Every fly is just another fly. Pretty fly for a white guy. Go ahead and use the nail there. It's the main thing keeping us afloat right now, I think, is the nail here. Without it, we'd be looking pretty sour in terms of our HP, honestly. It's the one thing that if you can get your hands on early in greed mode, you definitely should, is some HP generation type thing. You know, the relic, the nail, Book of Revelations, anything like that. Should be high priority if you see one of those in the shop. Alright, good stuff. I feel like I'm lagging a little bit, but that might just be me. Might just be me being used to playing some other games. I've been playing a lot of Breath of the Wild lately. I just picked that up not too long ago. I guess I don't really need Tarot Cloth if I'm not going to get any cards, and I'm not liable to, so I think I'm just going to go ahead and keep on fighting here. Keep fighting! Keep fighting! Where is that from? Is that from Paper Mario? I don't know. There is a scene kind of like that in Paper Mario that exudes that feeling of just like people cheering you on and stuff, but that's for much later down the road. I shouldn't say anything because I am LPing that game right now. Don't want to cross-contaminate the series here. Alright, is this actually a boss? Oh, there is Skolex there. I was like, is it just for these dudes? That doesn't seem very boss-worthy to me, but you're the boss, greed mode here. You tell me what's what. Oh, here we go. Got lucky with that Skolex fight. Pick up all our money here and check out the... Oh god, I got like teleported up for a second there. We're fighting It Lives, which is a pretty rare instance in greed mode, I would think. Don't see this thing a whole lot, but it's probably one of the bosses I fought the most in my time playing Isaac. This and Mom. And there we go. Sweet. I am definitely getting some framiness. I don't know where that's coming from necessarily, but I'll try and resolve it in between videos here. Degas, I will keep to the next floor. It does make Tarot Cloth a little more interesting. I think I'll buy it just for that purpose. We also get a card out of it. The Sun. Okay. Well, that's interesting. I'm going to buy Black Candle, I think. Because that's just good to have. And we don't really need to use Degas for the curse purging purposes. We'll just get 2 Spirit Hearts thanks to Tarot Cloth. And keep on keeping on. Staying pretty in line with those nail charges. We're like getting it right up to charge just at the start of each floor, which is working out pretty well for me. Mom's Coin Purse gives us some pills. I haven't taken any pills. Health down, great. I'm excited. Is awful. Range down. And health down again. Which could turn into a health up in a fortuitous circumstance. So now I'm kind of leery about starting the next phase of, or this floor of greed mode, because of that I'm excited pill. Because that's bound to trip at some point during the waves there, and then I'm not going to be ready for it. It's going to turn into a raging hellscape. Not really anything interesting here. We haven't had any real killer items on this greed mode run. The D100 is probably the closest we came to that. Oh, I should have bought the key. Actually, I think I might, because I think I'm Excited has triggered here. These guys are going very fast, so I'm going to go ahead and pop that. And then I'll buy a key and get into that item room. And then hopefully we'll run out I'm Excited before we start the waves up again. There's no real way to tell, though, is kind of the problem. Not without enemies being there. Bob's Brain. I'll take it. Even if I hurt myself with Bob's Brain, as Samson, that's not the end of the world. And the extra DPS on the side never really hurt anybody. I mean, it literally did, because it's one of the most notorious items for hurting yourself. But we'll manage. Our damage is definitely getting quite far up there, I will say. Can I clear this guy out before the timer runs out? No, I just barely missed it. It's okay. Oh, God, there's Sister's Vis. Okay, careful. This Bob's Brain's about to go off, yeah. Take the nail charge. Oh, God. Get out of my face. Oh, thank you for that. That actually worked out very, very handily there. Sister Vis, you're my best friend. Except not at all. God damn, how did I fucking thread the needle there and then I just walked into that one, but for a minute there, you gotta admit that was pretty fucking ridiculous. 2 of diamonds is actually huge with Tarot Cloth. So we'll pick up all this money. Yeah, I think we'll probably... I don't know how long I want to hold on to the 2 diamonds card. I guess until I'm about to spend more money. So maybe the best way to do it. We'll see how it stands, though. Because I kind of like want to save that until I get towards the end of greed mode here, so I can donate as much as possible with that. But that might be foolhardy, because if I don't spend the money to get better items, then I might not make it to see the end of greed mode. We'll see before too long here, though. I will go ahead and just trigger this right away. Keep going with this nail charge, because why not? Is this like double pestilence, double super sloth? That's pretty rad, dude. It's a cool wave, if not necessarily that hard. I see green, though. And I got Bob's brain to boot. Got the whole family gathering here. Hell yeah. Alright, what do we got? Oh, we got more runes. I need to trade away this HP, dog. I got fucking, Horror Babylon, so... Algiz and Perthrow. Perthrow is not great with Tarot card, because it cycles through, like, 2 items. Algiz is pretty good, though. So I think what I'll do is I'll use 2 diamonds here, which gets me up to 99 fucking cents. I'll take Algiz with me. Let's see what I can do in here. Crackjacks does not interest me all that much. So I think I'm going to go ahead and pay. The 1-up does kind of interest me. So I'll take it. Mom's Key, I don't think, at this point in the game, because we're in Sheol, so there are no more item rooms left, so that doesn't super interest me here. Keep on going on this. I don't want to spend too much money, because I would like to have a ton to donate as well. The D Infinity, no thank you. Yeah, none of this is really blowing the doors off, so to say. Oh, I almost cycled through that, but we got starter deck, which is probably worth it, actually, depending on what card we get here. Awaz is fine, actually. And, I guess I'll take meat. I don't really need that, because my tier rate's already pretty good. Speed and range, that'll be my first syringe, so I'm not really getting anywhere close to spun with that, but I think I'm good. I think I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna hold off. What is this? This is 2 of diamonds again? Are you freaking kidding me? How did I have another 2 diamonds card there? I just didn't know. Did I duplicate it somehow? Well, so we'll take Algiz and 2 diamonds with us to the next floor. And so we'll be sitting in a pretty good position, I would think. So with 2 diamonds, we can get right up to 99 cents from pretty low. If I did the math right now, I could probably figure it out, but I'm too lazy to do that math. And here we got some money, which is fine. Not super interested in any of this. Let's go ahead and just do this. We got safety pin, which is basically just a spirit heart. Fanny pack is okay in greed mode, but not the greatest. I'll take that. And then I will also take BFF, because it'll make my flies plus Bob's Brain better. There's the D100 again, if we're really interested in that. I don't think I am right now, but I don't know. It might be a fun thing to do. D100 is a pretty powerful item, but only if you get it like early on, I think, because then it allows you to more or less curate your run into a better spot than it otherwise might be if you just rolled with the items that you were dealt. Basically, the general strategy I think with the D100, the one that I usually go with, is to if you have a shit run, then just keep using it until you get a good run, and if you have a good run, then just don't use it. Simple as that. Although it works well on paper, but in practice, it's a little harder to resist the temptation of the D100 than you might expect. It's like a siren's fucking song, man. Okay. So these fucking envy pieces, man, are ruining my day here. Oh. Come on, I just want to get rid of these, all these, so I can get rid of the skulls. There we go. These bomb flies are not the end of the world. I always call them bomb flies, but I guess they're more like leeches. Bomb leeches. Oh god, there's a whole super envy just chilling up here. I didn't even realize. My god. Of all the enemies to just be casually hanging out, it had to be fucking super envy. So weird. Okay, pick up all the money here. Then I guess go ahead and fight the next wave. Is it going to be worth it to fight the deal with the Devil Wave on this floor? Probably. If I'm able to give away my my HP, that would probably be. I mean, that wouldn't be necessarily the greatest thing in the world because my HP is not looking in such a tight spot anymore. We're doing okay for a while, but now we're in a bit of a bind here. All right, let me go ahead and check out. I'm tempted by the D100, but I don't think this is the right run for it. Like I said, if you get it early on, that's probably what you want. Torn Photo at half price is probably worth it. Get us up to the tier cap. And I think... And now keep going, keep going. You don't have to cash out just yet. Fanny pack again, more HP. I think I'm going to go ahead and I'll pop 2 of diamonds. And then I'm just going to load up on Spirit Hearts and then move on to the Ultra Greed fight. I think that's the smartest way to do this, honestly. And with this HP, I guess we can go for the deal with the devil. Potentially get something good out of it. Although I don't want to burn through too many of my Spirit Hearts here. I did buy them specifically for Ultra Greed. Or with him in mind, anyway. But if we can get something stellar out of our deal with the devil, I wouldn't be opposed either. Alright, what do we got? Last chance to give me something great, game, please. Guppy's Head and Little Horn. It doesn't let us get rid of all our HP. And Guppy's Head is not that integral to my success here. Neither is Little Horn, really. I guess I'll just say no to it for now, then. I just want to check out if there's like a battery for sale or something up here. I can probably make one for sale. Oh god, the Halo. I guess I'll take the Halo. That just like kind of popped out of nowhere. It's fine by me. Oh shit. Alright, so is there a battery for sale? I would like to charge up my nail. There is not, so that's fine. We'll make do one way or another. One way or another. I'm gonna find you. You know what? It sucks. We're gonna have like one more room of combat before Ultra Re, which means we're just barely gonna miss out on our nail getting charged. That was just poor planning on my part. That's okay. Our damage is still gonna be fine enough, I think, to manage here to pull one out. Alright, head down in here. So, don't be afraid to pop the Algiz rune, but I don't think you want to pop it right off the bat, because it's not even the worst thing to take a little bit of damage right off the bat. Preferably not from Ultra Greed himself, because I'll lose money that way. But, if I can get some damage, some Bloodlust bonus from taking some damage from, like, these assholes or something, I wouldn't be super opposed to it. That said, I'm not just going to, like, up and run into them, but I don't know, that might be actually the correct play, is just go and straight up run into them. It doesn't feel honorable, though. Know what I mean? Okay. These guys do sap your coins, though. I don't know. It could be that, like, literally every enemy in this fight saps your coins, so it doesn't matter what I get hit by. That might be a property of the Ultra Greed fight that I've never really touched upon. But I feel like these spiders don't. I could be wrong about that. Okay. Yeah, because right now our damage is not... we're holding ourselves together against Ultra Greed here, but we could be doing much better. And keep in mind that the Algiz rune, if I do pop it, it will hang out for twice as long thanks to Terror Cloth. I believe that's how that'll work. Because it's effectively just using one Algiz rune, like one right after the other. Is my understanding of how Terror Cloth would handle that. Yeah, it seems like any damage I take is making me lose coins here, so maybe don't focus on that strategy as much, or now that I'm up to like 12.76 damage, just hold out. It seemed like even my Bob's brain hurting me was like stealing coins from me, so there really is no safe way out of that. Losing money no matter how you get hit here. Okay, oh, he's gonna just walk right up to me, huh? That worked out nicely. I hate when he does the coins and the minions at the same time. Pretty nasty. I'm up to like 20 damage practically though, so I have taken a lot more of a beating than I probably would have liked. You know what? I think it's a good time to pop the Algiz rune and just start getting in here on Ultra Greed. I don't know whether the Algiz rune is going to subsist for like the entire rest of the fight here. It could with the damage set that we have, but I don't know for sure. If it was just a regular Algis rune, there's no way. But with the doubled Algis rune, you never know. Alright, once these minions come out, though, he is going to become armored until we take out enough of them, so let's handle that really quick. Okay. I don't know, I feel like it's going to be close on the Algis timer. Not like it's the end of the world if it runs out, because I still have a lot of HP left. This has been a weird run, man. I feel like it like never quite popped off, but we're still doing like just fine. Like we got just enough like good items without getting anything like run defining, I suppose. But it's just enough good items that we didn't have to get anything run defining to make it work. It was just a good run, you know. Just a good classic Samson run. Take a little more damage, because why not, even though we're at the damage cap from Bloody Lust, I think. Like, probably the most defining thing about this run is just the Terror Cloth 2 Diamonds kind of thing that we had going on. Got some pretty good chunk of change that we'll be able to donate right here at the end. And there it goes. Just like clockwork, man. Lusty Blood has appeared in the basement. How fitting. Alright, let's see how much we can get donated here. Hopefully we'll be able to get all of it. It should get us up over 400 here. I don't know if we get anything for 400. Like I said before, the greed mode donation machine milestones are kind of random numbers, or like not numbers that you would normally think of. It's not like the 100 multiples or anything easy to remember like that. No, oops. It's a lot of just like weird reference kind of things, I suppose. We did get up to 400 here, though. Got nothing for it, but we're nearing that halfway point on the donation machine. We still got a lot of greed mode left to do, so looking pretty dandy. At any rate, I suppose that's going to be it for this video. Fairly simple stuff. Next time we will get back to normal runs. We still got a lot to unlock on that front, that's for sure. We're getting towards the end of the character cycle for greed mode, at least. We only have, what, 5 more characters left to do it with here? Including the Lost, so I mean that's going to be a fun time, but at any rate, thank you everyone so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and or comment down below. It really helps out the channel and the video, and subscribe if you want to see more. I post a single Isaac video every day at noon Mountain Time, so if you want to see the next one, be here tomorrow. I'd be happy to see you. Even though I won't see you, I'll just talk to you, and it won't really be tomorrow for me. It'll be like 5 days, you know, never mind. Just getting too inside baseball now. Thanks everyone for watching. This is ArgonMatrix signing out. Thank you and good night.